wanted to talk about the computer.
Oh.
Ha ha ha! So what this tool does
There's
is
our tool.
this computer, Sam is so clever, she put YouTube
She's already got
and
a different
Facebook together, and then
Here.
this is called a chat on Restream so that we can answer your comments and see what's happening so that the guys kind of stay off their phone during the show. We'll see if that happens. Tonight we have lots of features. I want to show you the One Gather vase. Here in Michigan, the crocus are just starting to bloom. This morning, these were not open yet, but I plucked them and here they are, and they just look lovely. So throughout the show, we'll zoom in on that. We've got some other props here to talk about, but I think we're ready to start the show. And these guys are going to go forward with something. Oh, tonight's question, because sometimes we're forgetting. Do you like bunnies in your yard? Did you ever have a bunny as a pet? I know one time we watched this show with like big bunny floppy ears, like the dog show, but it was a bunny show. So I know bunnies are a hit. E-News at Glass Academy. If you're just joining us for the first time, send your answer there and you'll get entered to win a contest. And tonight's winner will receive this lovely glass snail. Okay, so without further ado, you guys are all on the show, ready to go. We're gonna hit it to these guys.
What's happening, everybody? Chris and Jake here, the gathering point, just outside of Detroit City, about 15 minutes in Dearborn. This is our 158th show. We started it during the pandemic, and we're still just as jacked up as we were the first time we did it, making all kinds of cool stuff. We got some great projects we're doing tonight, some really cool stuff. Michelle kind of talked to you about the tool, which was interesting because it was the computer, which if you put hot glass on the computer, it's a big problem.
Big problem.
Yeah, but we just realized now the stationary camera wasn't on, so you didn't know what tool I showed you.
That was on
Really?
the whole time you were talking?
Yeah, we kind of messed up there.
Holy moly, folks.
So Jake and I were just standing around daydreaming. Nice, thank goodness.
Lovely. Well, what I was doing is trying to get to the comment section so I could see what was going on, and I must not know what a traffic light is because they're having me do the traffic light move 4 times in a row now, so I can the robots can learn about how humans pick out traffic lights. Let's see if that one works. Nope. Got to do crosswalks now.
We got a lot of addicts on the show tonight.
What's up, addicts?
Once I find a crosswalk, we'll say hello, but back to traffic
You
lights.
keep on working on that, and I'll just talk to everybody, you guys, because we have a whole group of people called the Glass Academy Addicts that are on Facebook. And if you think you're an addict and you are gung-ho about the Glass Academy, you can submit to join the Glass Academy Addicts, and they will approve you and let you in if you're
super cool.
super cool, I guess.
You gotta know what the perk is.
Yeah, you gotta know what the perk is. And yeah, so tonight we are doing a few cool things. We're gonna be doing a warmer upper. Jake's gonna be doing it. It's gonna be one of our world famous, brand new designed by Jake himself, snails, which are being grand released when?
Next week on Tuesday's show.
Next Tuesday is the grand release of those snails. We've already got a boatload of pre-orders, and I'll tell you what, Jake's already made so many snails that they're so sweet looking. And I guess to explain something really quickly, which I love, is that I'm a very traditional historical glass blower, and this is an amazing snail right here. But one of the things I love about old Italian glass, and I'm talking Italian glass from the 20s, from the 50s, 1800s, the Italians on the island of Murano were some of the largest production factories in the world. So much glass came off that island, it's just ridiculous. And when you look at that old glass, you can tell that the glass was made in super high volumes because the way the glass moves, the way it looks on the piece. And I see that Jake got there with these guys already, because the first few snails that he made were a little bit like not too organic, and they were a little stiff, and they were a little bit funky, but as he made more of them, they blended right in with the mojo that was coming out of his soul, and now they look really cool.
That's the snail mojo.
And I look at them and I know I couldn't do it because I haven't made any snails. If I made the first snail I would make, it would probably come out kind of stiff looking and like somebody just dropped it there and it landed there, and it really wasn't slugging along.
Not slimy.
Looking good.
Yeah.
So this guy's looking great. He's got a recycle back on him. He's got his beautiful little goo slop down on the bottom, and then he's got his eyes and he's cruising, man. He's moving along. So remember to watch out for these guys. Jake's gonna be warming up doing a snail, and he's gonna show you his super mojo action in making the snail for the warm-up piece for today. And that piece won't be for sale because it's not gonna be available until next Tuesday. But the one that you're seeing being made right now, is it going to be available as an individual one on Tuesday's show on the feature table, or
only
just
for
going to be
pre-orders? And just like last week, we made 2 on the show last week to get people riled up. They will be engulfed into the big snail pile for people to pick out, and they'll be signed, and it'll be a gem to be found.
What's that called? Would it be called like the Snail Clan? Or the snail? What's a group of snails?
That's a great question. We should probably come up with a name for it.
I mean, we have spoke about how a group of orangutans is called a congress.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a name of a group of snails. Snail squad, maybe. It's a squad.
The SS.
I mean, if they saw like a tomato plant and they were wanting those leaves and the squad took off after
that plant would be bumming.
It would be bumming because they would just literally eat all of the things. I know Seattle's and out there in the northwest, they have zebra slugs.
Those things are serious.
Those things are big, man. They'll go up your pant leg, literally. Quick.
Sam said it's called route.
It's called a what?
Route.
A route? A route.
A route.
So that's what a bunch of snails is a route?
Like
there really was a name for that?
Slimy route?
Yeah, a route or R-O-U-T.
R-O-U-T.
Yeah, well, a route. So,
Well,
I mean,
we're
if I
putting
ever
together
saw,
the biggest route I've ever seen.
could you imagine if snails became like carnivorous and they could, like, their slime dissolved your body and they just climbed all over you and slurped you up? That would be a movie right there.
That would be tough.
I mean, that would be a movie, a horror movie.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look out! Run! It's a route! They're coming! And all of a sudden,
They would probably be really clever because we know they're not fast, but they would probably have you kind of like zombies in movies, just show up all of a sudden, and then there's like 400 zombies right on your tail. They'd probably sneak around and just catch you right at the right
they're
moment.
silent. They're stealth.
That's true too.
They could drop out of trees. They could get up your leg without you even knowing it.
Dropping out of trees would be hardcore.
Maybe if one of them got on you and its slime got on you, it just like was a hallucinogenic, kind of like the sap suckers.
Who remembers that from the Monster Show?
All right, guys, this is one of Jake's fancy moves. He schooled me on this.
I will say this
Early
is the
on.
first all-white shelled snail we've ever done, and this is going to be a part of the Blossom Clan because we're going to have a nice orange body on it.
So it's almost like an ivory shell.
Yes. Give it a little flip.
Woo!
Nice texture, a little leftover heat. Get this line in there. That went on nice. I love how when you do these long twists, the texture melts away here, so it's just a color pattern in the middle, and then on the outside you still have the ribs and the texture.
Looking good, looking good.
All right. So that's the shell. Now we're gonna have to switch it up and get that slimy bottom on there. So if you guys are new to the show and you haven't seen snails yet, this is a pretty cool process. We've done it on the last couple shows to build up the energy towards this route release. But yeah, one more for the warmer upper here, just to give you guys one final taste of what is to come. And we got people picking up in-house here at the Glass Academy during gallery hours next week, and we're going to have a lot of you picking out your snail online, and we'll set it aside for you or put it in the mail as well. But that is completely up to you. We're going to have separate groups set aside, a big pile for the local folk and a big pile for the online folk.
I'm kind of feeling like there's a rhyme in there somewhere. Like, we're going to get your snail in the mail.
We're going to get your route ready.
A route of snails in the mail. I think I could trade a tongue twister.
Your route will be on its route shortly. Holy moly. Ooh, we got a tiny boy. Here it comes. You don't see snails break too often, but I guess the shells are a little crunchy, but we don't need to think about all that. That's a horrible image.
Snail shell.
No good.
Anybody ever have those snails in your fish tank?
Yes.
It's the worst, you
It's
guys.
good. They clean the fish tank.
No, when they have those little babies and then all of a sudden you can't stop them from reproducing and there's 9 million of them in your tank, the only thing you can do is empty the whole tank, bleach it out, throw away all your rocks because the eggs are everywhere in there. So just hope you never get snails in your fish tank, guys.
That's treachery. How about an orange, thumb-sized, juicy slime trail?
All right.
So I found a snail today,
Uh-oh.
and I put it on the counter, and it's gone.
What? It snailed away?
I don't know. It sailed away, or the cat got it, or something. But I set it aside for
That
the
was
show.
a live snail?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just a shell.
No, it's gone.
Well,
You had a
can't
real
leave
snail
that
shell and it was
slimy
live?
Snail on the glass. He's gonna see all his brothers the rest of the route in the
He's
in
probably
the display case.
He's probably going to get it. Get all of his buddies to come get us.
Oh my
Great.
God. That guy's fast. Uh-oh, Elise found him. Elise plucked him off the case, Michelle. Route received.
All right. So this is what we have in Michigan. We planted an apple tree today. We've got, what is it, Honeycrisp?
Honeycrisp.
Growing outside of the Glass Academy, so don't be stealing our apples this fall, but we'll see.
Michelle, I got a question for you. It came through from Peanuts on here. Tanya's wondering if we put any systems in place for keeping the slime out of the boxes when we ship these snails to folks.
Oh, that's so gross.
How are we going to keep it from over-sliming on its journey?
I'll have to give that some thought.
So no, we don't
Robin
have
bought some special
plan for it.
tissue paper.
Okay.
Slime absorption.
Yes.
Slime absorption factor 9, folks.
Kind of like
that's
those-
top absorption.
Like puppy pads.
Uncle Dennis, get a front-on zoom of this one. Straight from the front of the bench here.
Over here, Dennis.
That's all right, I'm going for it. Look at the way the tweezers cool this down. Look at the color change on the part that we touch with the tweezers. He's a tall boy, and look at that gullet right there.
That's his juggler gullet.
That's right. It's for,
The snail juggler gullet.
that's for whatever he's sliming all over. Let's give him a little love and round those tendrils out.
Those are literally his eyes, though, aren't they?
I don't think they see. I think they're just feelers.
No.
Yep.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
way.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys ever had a snail with its eyes out crawling and you can watch it and you touch its eye with your finger and its
Ouch.
eye goes and
Yeah.
sucks right back into its head?
Because it's a feeler and it feels your touch and it's like, no, I don't want human finger.
We got to get somebody on the internet to see if snails have eyes. Can you
We
guys check
need
that out for us?
internet help. Check this guy
Because
out.
I'm swearing I think they got eyes.
He said, I'm swearing.
That's real. You feeling pretty warm, Jake?
Me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're warming up.
Oh, I'm warm. we made a lot of snails today. Matt and I did. Matt's getting really good. It's a beautiful piece for the assistant to practice their punnies, practice their slime trails. He's also getting in the bench like Chris was, holding the pipe, so he's learning a lot. It's our new assistant here at the Glass Academy. You guys will meet him eventually. You met him he commented on last week's show. I think he's out to dinner with his family right now. But let's slime him off the pipe here. Bright orange and white, we're gonna sign this one, and some lucky folk who's pre-ordered from the Blossom category will have the opportunity. It's either gonna land in the online option, which it probably will because it was made in an online scenario, or it will land in the in-person pickup group. Thank you.
After it goes in the garage or the bank, come back to this camera and try again. Heads up.
Going for the GA stamp with racing stripes. It's racing numbers. G.
What needle are we going into, Jake?
We're on number 3. Which is a good thing. We do have a pretty big piece we're going to be making.
Number 3 over there or down there on the left?
Number 3 down there. There he goes. I see his eyes starting to get real bright.
Yeah.
They're popping. Sliming. I know a guy named Sliming.
He's in there.
All right,
Safe
all right.
and sound. Put him to bed for the evening for about 16 to 18 hours. He's in there just
Sleepy
chilling out.
fellas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice
we're gonna
and
switch
warm.
cameras. Come over here and I'll
Going
read
to
you the
Command
answer.
Central, it sounds like.
All right, Sam, you tell it. We're on. All right, Jody says snails have vestibular eyes that can see blurry and unfocused pictures.
You listen to this, Chris?
In short,
No.
yes. Snails have eyes that sit on top of their heads on 2 small
So
stumps.
they are eyes, but they can't actually see with the eyes. So technically, they're not eyes.
So what are
That's
they
it sounds
doing
like.
with them? They're just dots?
They're just fun things that they have on their head.
They're just like tools to get them around. Snails have eyes on the tips of their tentacles.
That's right. That's what I said. And when you touch them, they suck back
The
into
eyes
their
sit at the tip of the top.
All right, all
eye
right,
sockets.
all right.
Jeez.
All right.
Okay, so we're all here. We're gonna we should be on the camera. This was the tool of the day, so
What
we were
is that?
talking about it. It's an Apple computer that's like amazing.
Well, I'm going to bring a shovel, and that's going to be my tool for next week because I thought it had to do with glass blowing.
It does. We couldn't do the show without this.
Well,
Possible.
that's pushing it.
Come on now, lighten up.
I'm digging myself
We
out. I'm
have-
digging myself out from under the bus every week with a shovel.
So
So
much
It's a tool.
to go over. Okay, so we have our daughter Lucy's got a special piece. Sam in the Slack is some information about it when we get there. Next up is the custom order for Lucy.
that's right.
We do give backs. We talked about the Ukrainian egg, which is on our website, and we gave a give back to the Central World Kitchen. I do want to say that we did 20% of the profits from the eggs, and then I felt kind of like we should donate a little more. So I threw a little more in that mix.
That's
and
still going
donated
on,
more.
right? We're still restocking the
Yep.
inventory for that for people to buy them.
Yep.
Because it's Easter all year long, folks.
Whoa.
That's
Okay.
right.
What you didn't see before, and we held up to the camera, but that was cute, no one saw it, are the one gather vases. We're going to make this on the show today.
What are these flowers that are coming out of there?
Crocus.
Crocuses. They have a smell.
They match your shirt.
They do.
All right, let's talk about the vase for Lucy.
All right. Well, what's Lucy's organization? The Free Columbia organization. They're in Philmont, New York, upstate New York. Free Columbia is a anthroposophical organization that is a really, really sweet organization, and they're raising money. They're doing a fundraising drive, GoFundMe, and they're going to be we're going to be creating the vessel that shows how much money they're raising for their organization. It's going to be a wildflower thermometer. So we're going to make this thermometer that they're going to be, as they raise money, they're going to show the level of how much they've raised by adding wildflower seeds into that, and then they're going to create something like a wildflower grenade, which is wildflower seeds rolled all into a ball on some type of organic material, and then you can throw that out wherever you want, and it lands and breaks open and spreads wildflower seeds in that area, and then you have a memory of the whole thing going down, which I think is pretty sweet. But Jake and I brainstormed on the process of this, and Michelle and I and Lucy talked last night on the telephone for a while and came up with an idea to make this thermometer / seed containment vessel so they can use that. So we're going to be making it today, and we're going to be getting it in the mail tomorrow to them so they can have it. Yeah. So they can have it for Thursday and this weekend for the opening of their drive. So we're going to get started on it.
Yeah, let's get started. And,
so she wanted it clear or something transparent so you could see.
We're going to draw it up.
Yep.
And while Chris is starting up the drawing and we're back to the camera, what's up, Uncle Dennis? I wanted to say hello to quite a few different names, familiar and unfamiliar names that I see joining the show and talking to us. I know there's a lot of silent viewers out there, but the people that are new, that are commenting, it's cool to see the new names and see that we're getting fresh viewers every single week. So what's happening? If you got questions, Michelle's answering them right now. You know how to reach us. I also wanted to show
the contest. If they're new and they enter the contest right now, there's a 1 in 120 chance they'd win something.
Yeah, so we will show you the giveaway, but the table's going live while we're in the middle of this show, so we're not going to give you too much detail just yet. They're on the website, but take a look at the 3 bunnies we designed, this year's bunnies: light blue, white, and the purple. And these guys are available on the Gathering Point website here tonight, and then they're going to stick on the website, I believe, depending on which colors we choose and what is our favorite. They will be available for the remainder of the springtime season.
And if you can get in real close, you can even show them their little tiny lips, Dennis. They've got little lips.
Real tiny little chompers. Flappers, more like.
And we are going to be making one of these tonight. The third piece is going to be a bunny, and you guys are going to watch us make that before your very eyes, so you see how it goes down. But for right now, we're going to be drawing the Free Columbia wildflower seed containment vessel. Is there an acronym for that?
Too many words, I can't think about it.
Right. But we're going to draw it up right now, what we talked about. And this containment vessel, remember, is going to be like a, Dennis, maybe you want to come over my shoulder so they can see it coming together.
You guys are like on it. There was a request for Uncle Dennis to give a thumbs up in the camera. We had a visitor last week.
Yeah,
we met Uncle Dennis in person.
Dennis.
He's deep in thought. Carrie wants you to do a thumbs up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Uncle Dennis right there, folks.
So we're going to have a foot on it, and it's going to be a clear thermometer / vessel to hold the seeds. And then we were kind of thinking that if we did some lines on it that indicate different levels, they can choose
Completion lines.
what the financial level is for each one. But we're going to have these lines on there like this so that as the seeds go up and they raise money, they're going to be able to add the wildflower seeds in there and hit each level. So now we've got those. We decided that we wanted, since they're wild flowers, we would do a couple really cool flowers on there. One maybe like right here. And maybe one up here.
Oh, yeah.
And then
It's going to be a beautiful piece.
I think, is that about what we're thinking?
I think that's about what we're thinking, because if you put too much on there, it's going to distract from what is the purpose of this, which is the seed count.
Exactly.
I think that's subtly beautiful. We said we're using iris, gold, and clear.
Yep.
Yeah, she wants to be able to see the seeds in it.
Yeah, I think that's super important.
So maybe amber instead of iris, so it's not reduced?
No, it's not. Iris will just be the runners. So it'll
And
get
it'll
clear.
be totally clear.
Yeah. Looks beautiful to me.
So let's
I spoke about that on the show last week, folks, drawing on the floor, and even if it's just my checklist for the day,
Columbia.
it depends on what type of Columbia. I think her Columbia is spelled with an O, like the brand Columbia.
So C-O-L.
O-M-B-I-A. But I'm not 100% sure. That's the country, so then the brand is with a U, Columbia.
This one?
Yeah, who knows though? You get the point, folks. We're glass artists, not spelling bee folk. But we're gonna collab on this a little bit. I don't know what Chris is gonna be doing or what I'm gonna be doing, but it's gonna be a piece from both of us and Michelle's design to Lucy in the organization, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks about right. So let's do those flowers first. We'll put them in the garage, Jake.
Sounds great. Sounds real good. So we did a certain style of flower a couple of weeks ago. Kelly Robson actually won it for the giveaway. This week's giveaway is that recycled snail we were showing off. I did turn that on, should be getting warm. But that flower is a different design than the one he's gonna do now. This is a flower design that they've done for many years, and it's a flower magnet design where you're gonna see it's gonna be a core. It's called the pupil. I forget the name of it. We just figured it out last week. The core of a flower, and then we're gonna put a nice trail on the outside, and he's gonna chop that into a bunch of individual petals.
So there was a lot of talk about doing this on a recycled glass because that would be like the whole thing. But Lucy wanted a spring color. She wanted something lighter. Sometimes the recycle gets a little dark. It's true that the whole idea would work. You're giving me a challenge to ship that thing, you guys.
Big time.
All right, I'm ready when you are, Jake.
It's gonna be clear, correct?
You got it.
Very good.
Put down that phone.
We got a snail on our...
I'm addicted to talking to our fans. Here it comes now.
Okay.
Folks, I booked my first round of golf for this Sunday. Easter Sunday, first time getting out on the course. Didn't know how big you wanted, that's good.
We'll see.
It's looking beautiful. Any other golfers watching our show? We got a little golf thing to highlight a little bit later on. You may have seen it on various social media points. Look at that, nice shot, Uncle Dennis. Woo! So the trick there with what he did with that centerpiece, whatever it's called, the center of a flower that pollinates, he put this larger chunked frit on here. It's a bigger chunk, maybe the size of like something, and he didn't melt it in all the way. So now when he goes for this heat, there's still a bunch of texture still on that front spot. And this looks super cool. Rounded out, the cut marks, really nice. That is just looking really juicy and beautifully naturous. Could add that one to the list, folks, naturous.
That's a Jake word for sure. So you're gonna get we'll put reduction on it afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. I was thinking we might reduce it, give that iridization to the gold, but we're gonna take it out of the garage and put it onto the vase and then be heating it up multiple times before we finish it. So we'll lose the iridization and then we'll have to bring it back. So we might as well just save our effort. I'm gonna take it over here and into the garage at 1,000 degrees. I'm gonna take Uncle Dennis on a nice little loop around as I come for the tool that I needed over here. Let's see, I'll take this tool. And I'm gonna just give this a gentle tap right onto the paddle here. It's 1,000 degrees in here. This paddle's gonna hold it right there and keep it nice and warm, warm enough that it's not gonna crack while we make the entire vase.
All right, I'm ready for that. When you're ready, Jake.
Sure hope everyone's having a lovely day. Beautiful reminder here from Tanya. Thank you. The table is live. Those Easter bunnies, the first round of Easter bunnies of this year, are live and on the website. And Donna says golf is boring.
Oh.
Yep, golf is boring.
What?
I agree. Went on that cart one time with Chris and was like, yep, kill me now.
Jeez.
How disrespectful.
Wow, that's insane. Wow.
Not disrespectful at all, just my reality.
Well, as I was saying, I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. It is springtime here in Michigan. Even though it took us till the middle of April to get some sunny weather, we've had 2 days in a row where it's hit 70 degrees, the sun is shining, and I'm waking up with sun blasting into my house, which just feels amazing. Repotted a couple plants this morning. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. It will be. Yes.
Let her know.
Yes, Nicole. We will be making your piece tonight. Totally true.
Really?
Oh, yes. And it's a pretty cool one. I'm going to draw it up on the floor for you.
Nice. Und Flower. What is it? Und Blumen blühen. I think that's German for the flowers are blooming, guys. All right, 2 beautiful little flowers in there.
One gather vases and giveaway, so that's easy.
Nice little pair. Thank you.
All right, website is live. Jump on it. Tonight, things are on the Gathering Point page and also the Spring Collection page. So if you're new to the website, you can hit up either areas.
So he's starting up on a blowpipe here. We're going to see how much glass. You're going to go for 2 gathers?
I'm gonna leave it thicker too, so
Yeah.
that shoot this through the bottom and leave it thicker.
Sure.
Doesn't need to be super fragile.
Yeah.
We're not making it super huge either, about 12 inches tall, maybe 14 inches tall, with a big nice foot.
Yep. Nice fluted foot. That sounds good.
I mean, we gotta make sure that it's not so big that that's a lot of seeds.
Yeah, and if it's thicker, that's going to help too. Think about that a lot with the size of ounces. And when we did that margarita glass the other day, Michelle was pouring ounces into different styles of glasses. That was the night you were at the Wings game. And we saw the difference between a paper thin wine glass holding 14 ounces and then a big old tall thick tumbler. Looked like it would hold 20 ounces, only held 14. So if we do this a lot thicker, it's less seeds.
Yeah.
Let's do a little of that.
So I don't know, I
Fill it
think
right
Jake
up.
dug a lot of glass out of the furnace today because I had to go way down in there to get some glass. So the pipe's pretty hot up here. So I'm gonna come over to the cooling station and cool the blowpipe off so that I don't burn my hands. I got one more gather to do. So basically what you do is you just get it on these rollers here and then you get the water going on there and you cool the pipe. Because if you don't cool it, it'll keep creeping up a little bit further and then you'll end up just really having a hard time. You know, if you're experienced glass blower, you don't burn yourself, but if you're holding the pipe further back, you can't choke up on it, and it makes it a lot easier with leverage to be closer to the glass.
It's a really nice thing, and I've found that we do a 2-hour hands-on class that Sam, tech support, and her amazing husband over here actually did last week. It's a really beautiful thing. She did a great job. Give him a wave, a nice satisfied I did it wave, Sam. There we go. She did a really good job, and so did her husband. But I found it's so important to talk to students about and get them to understand their brain that the pipe always has 2 points of leverage on there, of weight, 2 points of contact. There's a front and a back, and the further your hands are spread out, the closer you are to the glass, the more control, just like Chris was saying, you're going to have to the glass.
I mean, look at the balance point here, guys, because of the weight of the glass. That's where the pipe's balanced.
Yeah.
Not in the middle, which is a pretty cool kind of deal.
Very important to think about. Oh, yes. Nicole, we are going to get your piece done in here. I've been waiting for the time for this to happen. We had a little mishap in the board draw up and getting that on the board for you, but I'm definitely prepared and ready to make this piece. And folks, it's going to be a piece you've never seen done before, a one-of-a-kinder, an altercation of one of our other products.
Really?
But it has to do with Nicole having a newborn baby over the past, could have been a couple months now, but a newborn baby, and this piece is going to be representative of that and one of our fan favorite products, and it's going to be pretty cool. I'll draw it up for y'all. But here we go, back to the present piece in present.
As you guys get rolling along later on, we can show Sam samples.
Oh, I'd like to.
She's willing to show them. And then I also have updates about classes that are available this weekend, upcoming classes, and a couple samples we've been working on.
Nice.
That sounds just lovely.
Lovely. Lots going on.
Any new folk in the house watching here tonight?
Yeah, there were some new people. They were wondering how to enter the contest.
Okay.
If you're new, tell us what state you're from. That's pretty cool. We had a father and son combo in here, and the son was in school in Missouri. And he said, my teacher watches your show every week. We should have got her name because we can give her a shout out right now.
Yeah.
Blow. Good.
What are green fees going for right now? I didn't even understand what that meant.
Oh gosh, for
Sure.
right now they're still early season, so they're a little cheaper than normal.
Yeah.
We're
I'll
talking
let you
about
guys know next Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I know they're still not cheap. You know, every time I go, it's definitely kind of got to think about making a day out of it and really just not rushing through around and not getting upset, because you are usually spending 30, 40, nice course, $50 for an 18-hole round. That is pulling out really nice. I wouldn't have thought to give it a tweezer pull at the end like that and even it out. That looks great. It kind of looks like a really long cucumber.
It is a cucumber. Cucumber.
Chris didn't have enough cucumbers for dinner.
Blow.
We did Himalayan flames tonight.
Keep going.
Which is Himalayan food. We had lamb and chicken.
Good.
And some cauliflower. Super good.
Himalayan food is very similar to Indian. I think it's kind of like mixed, you know?
Yeah, somehow the curries aren't as strong as something. I'm not a fan of Indian food, but this food I like. So I don't know what the difference is.
I think it's one of those different names just tricking your placebo brain effect. I think it
My
is.
stomach does not like Indian food. I'm feeling okay right now. You want me to heat those up?
Nope. Blow lightly. Good.
This is cool, folks. This is so fun to work with a different shape than this. Than usual, just to try something different like this. And reminds me of when we made that super large, tall, skinny vase collaboration piece for Tanya, and we put that green, white, and gold brown sphere into the bottom as the foot. That was really cool. And we're going to be having 2 more artist choice coming up with that style on there.
You're going to drop the foot on the marver for me?
Yeah.
And it's going to be iris.
You're going to need a stepping stool. Get that thing on there. Iris foot.
Yeah.
So Jake is shaping the glass for the foot. That's a separate piece of glass that will be added on to the piece that Chris has. It's like a giant mug. Not really a giant mug, but it's got a foot to it.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
I got a question for folks. How many people have seen the movie from the 1980s, from 1980, The Blue Lagoon?
Is that what you were watching this weekend? Ooh.
We stumbled across that and watched that movie. Have you seen that?
No, I mean,
Wasn't
I know
that
what
with,
it is,
what's
but
her name? Bo Derek?
Brooke Shields?
No, it's for
Brooke
Brooke
Shields,
Shields.
right.
When she's like 10?
She was like 14 or something, and they're like swimming around in the lake and everything. It was,
Was it a Blue Lagoon?
no, there was nothing really blue about it, honestly, but
That was a classic movie.
it was a classic. I was surprised for 1980. It was well filmed, but it was also a pretty crazy movie. Anybody
It was a
seen
little
that out there? Let's hear the
ahead of
comments.
its time.
Are you ready for this?
What a zombie was back then.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, you're going on the Marver.
I don't know anything about zombies. Just being on an island.
Oh, is that what happened? They got stranded on an island or something?
Yeah, her and her cousin, and all of a sudden, a couple scenes later, they popped a baby out, and then they were eating all
What?
these wild berry pills and everything. It was pretty serious.
Were they living on the land?
They were living on the land, big time,
But on an island.
on the island.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Get a bunch of mangoes or something.
Huh?
Mangoes, coconuts, like Survivor.
Yeah, big time. It looked cool. They're
Catch
fishing
some
and everything.
fish.
So we're going for the old squish Venetian style flair to the foot here.
Yeah, we really want to get this thing squished out good, Jake.
Okay.
All right?
Oh man, I'm seeing some love. I'm seeing some dismay towards
Push.
the movie.
Pay attention. Aren't you blowing glass?
I'm doing
Now,
it. Look at this.
That's a classic. The phone in the hand as he's paddling.
Good. You're going to burn your phone.
Not me. My phone's heat resistant.
Paddle. You have to put a crystal wrap around this
Sure.
with a Rosetta style.
Looks like a good connection.
Yeah, I just don't, I'm talking around the outer edge. It's a tall piece.
Oh, to make it even wider?
Yeah.
All right.
Got a big punny up for this?
Yes.
We got Carol from Sarnia in the house. I saw someone from England. I know we have some Michigan, Ohio people. Tell us where you guys are from.
We don't need to
Connecticut
sizzle this
in the
poor fella.
house.
Okay.
Yeah. That thing is long. So you want a clear Rosetta or
Should we put that on now or should we put it on after we do everything else at the end?
maybe on the end, at the
Yeah,
end?
it's so long.
Yeah.
All right, so then a punty.
All right, putty coming up. Now, it's nice to know that the bottom's a little on the thicker side. We didn't put a paper-thin foot on the bottom because it needs to hold some height and some weight. So I don't need to make a super delicate punny either. I can make it on a bigger pipe. We can bring it with some heat and make sure this thing's connected nice and stable.
Lots of people entering the bunny contest. See some new names, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, I love making punnies on the big pipe. You ready on this one?
Yep. I'm just gonna let you put it on.
Okay. How's that looking? Get
Looking
around the other
good.
side.
You ready?
Yep. Here it comes.
Push. All right, so what do you want to do? You want to, what do you want to do? You want to trim it, pull it out, and open it up?
From the outside? Sure.
No, I mean, you should be able to trim it at the bench. It's not that long.
All right. Yeah, we put the racing stripes on first.
I think you should finish the whole unit. Then we put the racing stripes on, then we put the flowers on, then we put the
Don't they usually
rosette
pop off if we don't give it
Keep
some
it
good...
hot enough?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So keep it hot.
All right.
I mean, you want the racing stripes on there. You're not melting them in down by the bottom of the foot, you know? So you're just going to put them on a little bit thicker than normal because we're not putting really thin ones on so that they melt themselves in a little bit.
I see.
And then you can take the
just a little thicker will
back
help.
of the jacks and smash them in there so you're doing a little
Gotcha.
wrap, not a super paper thin one.
Gotcha.
You want this thing to last the test of time. I mean, you might not even need to.
That's what I was thinking just now.
Might not even need to trim it. I can just paddle it while
Probably
you're flaring
just
it
open
open.
it right up. It's looking like a beautiful break.
Oh yeah, or puff it a little if you want.
That's probably a good idea too.
There you go. That's pretty much it. Perfect. How's your arm? Good?
Lovely.
Look
Probably
at
want
that.
to go a little wider or no?
No, I don't think so. We want it to kind of be like a containment, like a beaker almost. So not too much up there. It's not a vase. But maybe in between fundraisers, they could put some of the wildflowers in there as a vase while they're waiting for the next fundraising event. All right, so we're going for some iris wraps. You ready for those?
Sure.
Do you guys need me for anything? You got it covered.
I think we're all right. I mean, we could maybe have you running the runners back and
Why don't
forth.
you start up on the top, Jake, so those stay the hottest, you know what I mean?
All right.
And how many are you going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them?
That sounds good.
So maybe if you go 1, then divide it in half, 2, 3, I don't know, 1, just go all the way down. Whatever you want.
There should be some sort of division. I'm going to think about that. Use my brain here for a second.
Go ahead and take a flash, yep. I don't think you need to pull it down because we're going on a little bit thicker. This is only for 1.
Don't pull it down.
I think you don't need to pull it down and do it that way, do you?
Yeah.
All right. You got to be thick enough.
Right.
1/8 of an inch thick.
Give it the squish.
If you can, be nice to get it on there. I mean, I would have squished it right away, but maybe you can get it.
I was already halfway out the bench when I thought of it. That thing's on there.
Good.
I think I got it split up correct. We're going to see in a sec, though.
Well, they don't have to be equally separated either, you know?
Right. And I can always leave the bottom can be like a bigger one, or the top could be a bigger one. So I'm going to do the middle ones and then spread my way out from there.
Yeah. And I'd go like 3 inches in between each one.
Yep.
Coming at you.
I'm ready. Yeah, baby.
You're making all the starting points at the same spot, right?
Yep. Check that out. 2 starting points that he was talking about. That took me many pieces to figure this out. That move took many pieces, but then after I figured out the move, I realized exactly what he said. You've got to start in the same spot, otherwise you got a bunch of thicker points mix match throughout the entire piece. Would you kick that fan a little to the left?
You can also mark your pipe so you always know where to start.
Right.
Keep that punny hot.
Yep.
Coming at you.
All right.
All right, John's asking if we've had viewers from every state in the USA. You know, when we were at the prime, when everyone was home and people weren't in were in lockdown, we did get almost every state. If some of you remember, we had trouble with some of those middle states, and that's when we actually went
real
to
good.
Yellowstone Park, and we realized how bad the reception was. So I think it matters like what kind of reception you have. Since we've been on YouTube, people watch not always live. So that reminds me, if you are watching a replay, hashtag replay, or you can hashtag live so we know who's doing what. But
okay, I'm gonna get 2 more on top and just leave that bottom as a big one.
We have had almost every state. I know we had Alaska, but like I said, some of those middle states were the turkeys. All right, so I'll also send some good mojo. In 2 days, we have the Glass Art Society coming to Detroit. They're looking in 2023 to host the conference here. And
Who
here
is
I
that?
just
What
meet-
is that?
Glass Art Society is like that niche group. Every industry has like the society.
Like the people that know what's going on in the community globally?
Yeah, it's a worldwide organization. If you're involved in glass, you become a member. There's student members, there's business levels, and they're coming to interview various locations in Metro Detroit to see if this would be a good place to have the conference here in 2023. If that were to happen, we'd have visiting artist demos, we'd keep the show going. We'd have all kinds of challenges, maybe the Glass Olympics again.
Well, I hope they're watching the live show right now, because they can see the facility pretty darn well.
They could. I think they're going to be, the meeting's going to be really fun. Thursday at noon, we'll show them all the stuff.
Well, that went on real swell.
You putting the flowers on?
Whatever you want. I think it's time for you to do the rest of it, probably.
Sounds good.
Let me take a flash and I can give it to you.
Yeah, I want you to hold those flowers up quite a bit so that they're heated, so I'm going to have Michelle bring me the stickum bit.
All right, that's perfect.
Michelle.
I hear you.
Got some pretty good heat on the bunny. Still glowing a bit. So he said, hold up the flowers. I'm holding them.
Stickum bit or flower?
You're bringing stickums. I'm just using my shoulder strength to hold these up for a long time. And these aren't heavy. The flowers aren't heavy. Either is the paddle, really. But this is exactly what we were talking about. 2 points of leverage. Look how far back my left hand is, because this rod is super hot from the 900-degree heat. So I can only hold it back from the very edge. And it means that I'm holding a lot of weight using the wrong kind of leverage right now. But it's very important to get this up in the air, an extra probably 300 degrees in here of extra heat up at the top of the garage. So we're warming these up a little bit. And he said, he wants me to stay over here and keep these warm. Michelle's going to be bringing the stickum bit, the extra hot glass that Chris is going to stick the flower onto that's on the piece.
Okay, yes. Dennis, Michelle, come on over.
Check it out over there.
Not too big. Dennis, you're going to be right in. You're going to be over here shooting this way, Dennis. Straight up. Steady.
You want a flash on them or no?
Sure.
Watch that stringer.
Okay, I'm coming for a flash. Beautiful little flowers.
Stay there. I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Gold and clear, baby. It looks great. Looks really good. Takes 3 people to do this. That looks beautiful.
Looking good. All right, we're gonna get one off just opposed on the other side, like right over here.
Do them in a space so that it's viewed from the front. You can see both flowers.
Yes.
Could be nice on the bottom. Well, yeah, I guess at the top.
Yeah, it's gonna be what it is.
Yep, that's right, folks. That's classic.
Okay, Shell. Steady. Okay, Jake. No flashers needed? Sorry, but I kind of thought you were, but I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, baby.
All right, back in.
That's a sweetie.
Yes, it is.
What do you think about the rosette on the foot? What do you
I
think?
say it's not necessary.
No, I wouldn't do it. So
I don't
if
think
you're
it's necessary.
Just joining us, we've got Chris and Jacob Nordine making a giant flower fundraising vase for Lucy Nordine.
Wildflower seed vessel.
Seed vessel. This is the Glass Academy. You will notice that we have different players who join in on the show tonight. We've got Chris, Jake, and Michelle.
How about a GA stamp? And then
The
we'll...
final step for this piece is the reduction, which will change the gas-air mixture and make it this like metallic-y golden color. Chris is very careful now to maintain the proper heat in the vessel. Jake's bringing over the signature, which is really just a tiny piece of glass, and then we use this stamp and we stamp it. And we just get that stamp on there. I had a customer comment, the GA's upside down. And that's how we feel sometimes. The GA is like that little tag on Levi's. It lets you know that the piece was made at the glass.
You're going to stand it on the lip in there? When we put it away? Put it away with the forks maybe?
Or
Or
gonna fit under that shelf?
it's going to fit in there, I think. We want to lay it on its side?
I think we're gonna lay it on side, give it
All
a
right.
reduction, and then I'll get the gloves going.
Okay, reduction. I think we could probably knock it off right in there, right?
Yeah, I think that might even be best.
A
Yeah.
little less reduction, just a hair less. Yeah.
That's a beautiful piece.
Yeah, Lucy's gonna love this.
That's
I'm
a
not
really
sure
beautiful piece.
one of you guys is gonna ship it tomorrow.
Okay.
'Cause I'm not here, but I'll prep you. Are you breaking it off in the annealer?
Yeah.
Yes.
So on the other side of the studio, a little bit of water causes a little stress there. So when he taps the pipe, it will break it at that area. That is intentional. That's how you make them stick together. But when you're ready to knock it off, he'll put the flowers upright so that they don't crack or the piece doesn't roll and squash them.
Nice.
That's awesome.
There you go,
Yeah.
Lucy, and there you go, Free Columbia. We are happy to do that for you guys because we want it to be an amazingly successful event.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great things out there, and you're teaching kids unbelievable stuff, and we're all about it and supporting you. So there's a gorgeous piece, and we know it's going to be a great success. You guys, make sure you check out our website and spread the word about donating money to Free Columbia for their causes, and you can read all about them online, Free Columbia in Philmont, New York.
Yeah, they put a link on there, or Lucy's got information we put on the site.
Beautiful.
We taking it to Command Central?
Yeah, you want to do Command Central? Okay, so we're back here at Command Central. I do want to say if you're watching us on YouTube, there's a great way to get notifications. It's this little bell in the upper right corner, and go ahead and click that, and when we go live, you'll know about it. We do a show on Thursday called the Annealer Reveal, and that's when the items that we made today we'll take out and show you. No live glass blowing, just talking about the items made because people always want to see them. Then on Sunday, we do the experimental show, and that is when we try something new. This next experimental show, we're going to take, this is called a one gather vase, because I take one gather of glass, one scoop of glass, and I make this vase. So they can only be pretty much this size. They can't get too much bigger. But this next experimental show is going to talk about what else can you make with one gather of glass. When you're blowing glass, you can take many layers on top of many layers and make something really big. They're called gathers. That's hence the name one gather on that. Okay, another thing I wanted to show you today was we've got upcoming classes. This is a Glass Academy. We are self-funded and a private business. So we make our living off of the classes we teach and the products we sell. So if you like what you're seeing today, consider buying a product or come visit us at the studio and take a class. There are glass blowing classes. And first I have to show off Sam's pieces. Now this might seem like small little bits of glass, but I can tell you Sam learned a bunch about glass and glass making by doing this project. People always say, oh, you make it look so easy, I could do that. Then when you sit down and you've got to remember 10 things at once, you really don't remember that it's easy, and you've got to put all those moving parts together in your head to come up with finished items. So another class we have rolling for the summer is this right here. It's a stepping stone. A lot of times in our glass making, we have some scrap that's really colorful or pretty, and people always ask us for it and to make something else with it. Now, you know we like to recycle here, and we don't like to waste things. So these garden stones are a great accessory to have in the summertime when it's maybe a little too hot in here to blow glass. This will be a nice item that you can make in the studio. It's going to be really fun. Yeah. So next we are doing, I think, a special order for, is it Nicole? Yep. This is a custom slug. We didn't have it on the board today. It's not a slug, it's a snail. And we're going to turn over to the camera now so that the boys have figured out all the details, and it sounds like they're getting ready to start.
Yep, and then you got the slug colors out?
Yes, folks, that's right. Now, I do remember, and remembering the colors that we're using, I remember that Nicole's baby was born in March because she's doing the color of the slug based off the March's gemstone, birthstone gemstone,
Sapphire?
which is, I forget what it's called, but it's aqua. It's an aqua color.
Aquamarine?
Yes, aquamarine.
Nice, so that's aqua then.
That's exactly the color.
Like an agua minerale. It's a super tasty drinking water. With a gas or no gas.
So that's our color right there. We did clarify with Nicole that a transparent slug would be okay. And we're doing a slug with a pacifier on it, and it's gonna be on a leaf. And so we're gonna do it as two separate parts. We may, depending on how the slug sits on the leaf, we may glue it together so that it sits correct on the leaf, but depending, it could be a separated thing so that the leaf can sit there, it could be sliming off to the side. We're gonna see how it sits when it comes out of the annealer.
Like it. Any spots on the slug, like iris spots?
Just aqua, just aquamarine, super gem-like, super cool. So if you would toss up a couple eyes for me, maybe these eyes right here. And then I'm going to start it up. Now I am in snail mode, and I haven't made a slug in a minute. We're running low in the gallery, so it is about time to get a day of slugs going, but I definitely need to switch the brain out of snail mode into slug mode. And we're gonna we got our pipes up that we want, which is beautiful. The sizing's about the same as a regular slug, so we don't need to adjust too much there. The only thing that's really going to be extra funky is we've never put a pacifier on a snail before. And that's the beauty of custom orders.
While you're putting the pacifier in there, you need to make the pacifier noise.
Oh, no.
Yeah. All right. So you get the true essence of what it's all about.
Here we go, folks. Little hollow blowpipe. I'm gonna go for it. Any other March babies out there? Both Chris and I's birthdays are in March. March is the
March is Women's Month, too.
Women's Month.
Explain your hat.
This has nothing to do with March because we didn't get it in March, but it's just a cool hat that says women are powerful, and it's pretty cool. So here we go. Now, actually, before I'm going to restart, because I thought to myself a while back, and I'm just remembering it now, that it would be way more appropriate to...
There it is. It's a slug.
It's a kidney.
That kind of looks like a tomato worm.
An intestine.
Hold on a second. Let me see if I can take care of that.
Don't breathe now. It's raining glass, folks. They look like those little helicopters.
What exactly happened there, Jake? Why did you gather up and then...
I decided that it would be way more appropriate to make the leaf first, because it's going to be a lot easier for me to gauge the size of the slug up a little bit or down a little bit based on how the leaf turns out. But if I make a slug and then go for the leaf and I can't get it big enough or small enough to fit the slug, then I'm bumming.
So I get to make the leaf, right?
Oh!
Why not?
Because I was going to make the leaf. Let me give it one shot. I had an idea of how I wanted to make the leaf, and then you can go if you need.
Ah, man!
But I'm doing it on a counterweight. If you want a counterweight, you better grab another one.
Do I need a counterweight for something?
Whatever you want to do, if you're even doing it.
All depends.
I'm going to start with a little bit of clear, give myself a little core here to work with, some stabilization.
What's the leaf color? Green?
Green.
Just multiple greens or no?
I was just going with the watermelon. But actually, maybe a little accent of new green.
I think like on the stem could be, well, you're making the leaf any way you want. I don't even know what
Would
you're
you
doing.
toss out some new green size 0 for me?
Dunkengran is out.
That's what the Germans call it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a two-tone leaf, straight from the forest. This is actually exactly what the herbivorian snail live off of. So if that's the pre-order that you chose, the herbivorian clan, then you know how they stay alive and you know what to feed them at home.
Yep, whatever. I don't know what's going on.
Nope.
I was talking to myself for a second there. You need the leaf tool?
Nah. What, the leaf crimps or something?
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, you know what? One thing we did want to mention, everybody. Do you see our hats again? Check these hats out. These are hardcore, and I'll tell you what, you guys. Women are powerful. They're unbelievable, and the world would not be moving around if it wasn't for women. They're amazing.
Watch out, I'm going for the squish.
Yeah, you wouldn't be moving around at all because civilization would die.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be turned into a bunch of gnomes.
Hey, I have some good news.
All right.
We are bringing back our mobile unit to Ann Arbor. You can mark your calendars if you are local. Ann Arbor is where we'll be doing our live outdoor pumpkin fest. That's going to happen October 7th and 8th. It has been confirmed. There's a moment of
This is
silence.
it's similar, very similar to what Drew and Janine did in Pittsburgh. So I can't take full credit for this leaf style, but I think it's a beautiful leaf. They would add a lot more texture to it. I think it's really cool, simple like this.
That's what made me think of the art fair. Would they sell these at their art fair booth?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's good. Now you got to think about how it's going to sit on the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna flatten it up real good. Flopper. I'm gonna give it one last move here, and this should be the leaf. It's gonna be bright green, two-tone green. Very soft, very juicy.
Buttery, you mean?
No, no. This reminds me of the leaf from Animal Crossing. There it is, folks. If anybody plays Animal Crossing,
I don't even know what that is.
my girlfriend's into that game. I know there's probably some people who've got a Nintendo Switch out there. It's become super popular among all generations. And this is the leaf that's pretty much, except there's a big bite mark out of it in the logo.
I remember seeing a leaf like that on my favorite game, Asteroids.
I don't even know what to say. But there it is, folks, and now we know the size of the slug to fit right in there.
You want to use the torch on the end of that leaf stem and get a little neck on it so it comes off real smooth.
I think it's going to come off pretty smooth, and then I'm going to give it a nice little torch over at the knockoff area.
Just a little X. A little X will never hurt.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool. It's simple. It's like a stylized leaf. Let's finish it off. I'm going to keep the size of this in my brain. Thanks. Turn it around so Chris can give it a torch, and then I'll give it a butter knife tap in a second here.
Put a GA on her.
No, the slug's got the GA. Well, you could actually, because the slug's going to be covered
Grab
up.
me the stamp, quick. Hold it. I'll hold it in blades for you. Ready?
Yep.
Go. Good.
All right, all right.
Nice.
Final look, super clean.
Get her in there.
The glass gets real slippery on the paddle when it's hot. It's like ice. It's like a puck on ice.
All right. Now we're going to Slug Town.
Straight to Slug Town.
You go about 2 miles south. You make a right at Snailville.
Right.
Another 3-4 miles, you get to Slug Town, folks.
Everybody just uses Google Maps these days. Those directions don't really help.
Well, I mean, sometimes those slugs might not have the know-how to get their things in Google.
Well, the slugs don't drive.
Well, they're trying to advertise their town.
Well,
Or something.
or something. It's a little too much there. So here we go. And I'm going for the perfect shade of blue. There's multiple things to think about, more than just the amount of coats you put on. Thinking about the thickness of the glass, the fact that it's going to be double walled when you're looking through it, and then trying to get rid of as much of the spottiness as I can in this color. I'm going to put probably 2.5 coats on, I think is going to be appropriate.
Of the aquamarine.
That's right. How's tech support doing over here?
Good. So Let's make sure my mic is on. So this is an interesting one. Someone had wedding flutes, and they were scribed on the bottom, but they're not together anymore. So they want that bottom taken off so that they can give away the goblets to someone else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is really interesting, but there's no way to do it.
It's like tattooing. We just put a big box around it and scribble it in,
I
and
know.
then sign something else cool on there.
They were Waterford crystal. It was from someone. He was the first glass blowing class I ever taught.
Wow.
Isn't that funny?
Very cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what, I couldn't hear.
Can't hear?
What happened?
He just wants the engraving etched off.
Who made them?
Waterford.
Oh, Waterford made them.
Waterford crystal. That
I thought
place
they
in
were
England.
some original Glass Academy goblets. If they were Glass Academy goblets, we'd cut them a deal. But Waterford, those things are expensive. That might be $300-400 to get that off of there.
That's why he wants to like get it off there and give them to someone. They're Waterford.
Sure.
I was really hoping, I didn't clean the tweezers, I was really hoping that they weren't going to be waxy tweezers. I'm going to need one quick bench blow first.
Okay.
Blow light. Good. Yes. Oh yes, folks. Real slimy. Get this dialed in.
Call me when you want me.
I'll call you 1 sec. Now I've got the rest of the body stabilizing. Need that stability. Just heating up only the tendrils. Alrighty. Two beautiful looking eyes, and then a bonus one just in case things go awry. Very wise. Oh yeah, we're back in Slugville. Woohoo! This aqua looks really green while you're working with it. I just did a custom order. I showed it off on the annealer reveal the other day. A big old compote with a really cool, kind of like a cake platter. And that was out of the aquamarine, and it looked green the entire time we're working with it. Just the nature of the color. Now I'm not going to give this one a perfectly flat bottom. I'm going to kind of give him a little bit of a pointed bottom so he sits right in the crevice of that leaf.
I like that. Now we're going pacifier town.
We're about to put a pacifier on this thing. First pacifier I've ever done. We drew it out on the floor. Chris drew it out to show me. I was definitely thinking that this was smaller than the rest of the piece, but he instructed me that this is what the baby's hand holds onto, so it needs to have some extra action to it. I always thought that it was just a cool nose ring kind of look for the baby. Didn't know it had any function. Haven't had any kids of my own yet. Just super soupy. Soupy as possible. We're gonna put the platform on there first. I'm doing it in white, all white. It's gonna go great with these baby blue eyes and then this aquamarine body and then the green leaf.
Ready?
Yes. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna put a ring on it, folks. This is the moment of truth. You see that flat part right there?
That way or that way?
That way.
Yep, I like it. You ready?
Yes. Going
Like that.
that way.
Or however
Yep,
you want it.
That's right. The perfect size. Good call, Dad.
Goo goo.
Oh no.
Goo goo
Nice.
gaga. That thing just makes me want to say goo goo gaga.
Okay, there was a question, could we have left the leaf in the garage? Yes, but the leaf is solid. It would have been best for someone to babysit it and keep it warm.
Well, that's what Chris had said too, and I thought that I like a lot of times that there's two separate components, and I spoke with Nicole about this and we agreed upon it. I think it's kind of a little bit of a cleaner situation, because if I stick it on there hot, then we're just hoping it goes on perfectly in that moment, and the slug, to get the slug off of the to get the slug off of the pipe and have it slime on. We've done that before, and it went on really well, but it wasn't very clean. We haven't practiced that move enough to get it hot, drip it on there, and cut it off. And I didn't want to risk it, so I think it's much better to have it as two separate pieces. She can display it however she likes with those two pieces.
Well, I mean, I think it might fit perfectly on there, and we can ultravioletly weld it right on there so it's permanent, and it'll look great.
Yeah.
It's just the same as bringing it out of the garage. It's permanent, and it's completely transparent. You don't see any glue. It's unbelievable. So if and most likely, it's probably going to fit perfectly in that crack, and we're just going to put a couple drops of that ultraviolet epoxy on there, and it disappears and permanently fuses the pieces together.
And this is a tough piece to finally see on the show here, because look how green it is. It looks like emerald green. Almost so much so that I wonder if I went in the green, but I know I didn't.
Yeah, you went into the blue.
But
Transparent blues always look aqua, always looks green when it's hot.
But you're not going to see the true colors right now, and you're not going to see the two pieces pieced together. On Thursday, we're going to have it all finished up. So join us for the anneal reveal at 1:30 live, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. We're going to go for the old squish off here. Would you grab a pair of shears for up there? Shears, and then a butter knife that you can hold it down with.
Can I take those shears?
Yep.
I've got the butter knife.
So you're torching it, and I got the shears. And you're gonna hold it down with the knife as I lay it down. Here comes the slimification, folks.
Oh, look at that.
Sizzled your own hand. It doesn't have a flat spot. Ooh, I smell your hand. It doesn't have a flat spot, so it's not sitting normal.
You want to curl that up for me
Yeah,
since I can't move it?
Yep.
Go for it. Nice.
That's good, yeah. Taking them away. Let's get this little squirmer out of here. Oh, they're perfectly proportioned. It's gonna look good.
Yeah.
It's gonna fit right in there. That's sweet. Nicole, that's a sweet one. And again, I know you were in labor watching the show back in March or early or late February, perhaps it was, but congratulations on having a child and adding some Glass Academy work having to do with the baby to your collection. It's pretty cool.
Big time. That was a beautiful
Super
piece.
cool.
I like it. All right, so now what? We're going somewhere in between Slugville and Snailtown and Slugville?
No, we're going to
On to the
Bunnytown.
big year
We're
special.
going to Bunnytown.
Yeah.
I think it should be called like
Rabbitland?
No,
Rabbit
okay. Do
something?
you remember in Seattle the place that we went to that had bunnies running everywhere?
Oh yeah, the whole town had thousands.
Yeah, they let the bunnies loose. There was some kind of festival, and animal activists let the bunnies loose. They multiplied everywhere.
So there was literally thousands and thousands and thousands of bunnies everywhere in the town.
Well, it wasn't like you were
It was
stepping
hundreds
on
of
them.
thousands of
Like,
bunnies.
They were around.
They were worse than tribbles.
They were not.
They weren't the
everywhere.
Monty Python type bunnies, were they?
No, they were super cute. Lucy tried to grab
There was
them.
Cute,
bones,
nice bunnies.
There was bones everywhere.
Look at the bone. No. So the bunnies are on the Gathering Point page. They're one and dones. You can check them out. Chris is going to show you how they're made. My favorite part is the ears.
Academy or Gathering Point?
Gathering Point and the spring
page.
collection.
Nice.
Yep.
Well,
So
there they are. So we're getting busy now. I like it.
And you notice the colors going on inside of the ear. Look at this young fella. He's got baby blue in the ear, and it matches his blue puff tail. Of course, you got the Easter egg special yellow tablecloth here. These are cuties. Took a long time to figure out these. I was not around when they designed these, but putting on the ears is a process, folks, and you're going to see that go down now. I want to remind folks of the giveaway contest. Last week we made, and this will be the first snail in somebody's hands, as far as we know, that's going to make it to somebody's hands, because we're giving it away today. I think on Thursday it'll ship out, and somebody's going to win this guy for free. Beautiful top of the tank light blue shell with an iridescent gold slime trail and antennae. And this was the final piece that we made at the end of the show last week. And folks entered into the e-news giveaway by answering the question of the week. And then we did a drawing for it. We're going to do that drawing today. You're going to see who won. But this is the question for today, folks. And if you answer this question, do you like bunnies in your yard? Did you ever have one as a pet? Did you ever get scared of a rabid rabbit?
That's 3 questions.
I just snuck that one in there, but holy moly. Throwing this thing around over here.
Whoa.
Yeah, you send it to the email. That's right, Uncle Dennis, thank you. enews@glassacademy.com. It's on the screen, actually. It's tough for us to see, but tech support just confirmed for all the viewers it's showing on the bottom of the screen right now. So you send the answer to that email, and you're entered to win. Pretty darn cool, folks. What?
I gotta make the carrot first.
Oh, so I'm making the carrot?
You better get on it, but I mean, I'm ready for all the bits on this.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like the garage is off for some reason. The carrot's gotta go in it.
Hey, Mom, would you bring Dad some bits? Yep.
How are you gonna make the carrot on your own, Jake?
I can do it somehow. No, I don't think I can.
Nope, I don't think you can either, so just get rid of this. It's just a little
That's
color.
what we need Mom for.
That's not gonna do any good.
Go ahead and make a carrot with Mom. And I'll babysit this. Not throwing away a bunch of pink, folks.
And the garage is back on. Did you light it?
Yep, it's on. You're making a carrot with Chris. Bringing him over a little floury carrot top. And I'm gonna keep this nice and warm. I'm babysitting, folks. Don't even know what a pacifier is, but I'm babysitting.
How many people use pacifiers with their kids? Jake and Lucy never know what a pacifier is.
Because he had his thumb.
Oh, yes. I didn't have my mic on. All right, let me say that again. Jake and Lucy did not have pacifiers.
How many thumb suckers are out there, though?
So when Jake was little, I mean, that's why he doesn't know what a pacifier is. He never used one. He did suck his thumb. We had a friend that showed him her thumb. She sucked her thumb till she was like 14 or something, so it was completely deformed. And after he saw that, that's kind of when he stopped. Do you remember that?
I remember that.
Oh,
I think it messes with your teeth too.
Huh?
When you suck your thumb, I think it messes with your teeth.
Yeah, you get buck teeth. You get rabbit teeth.
All right, y'all, I'll take a green bit.
Is this going to be a sitting bunny or a standing bunny?
Standing up, because I'm already making a big old carrot for it.
Are you flashing or not?
This one's juicy. I just juiced a bunch of carrots. You need juicy carrots to
And
use the juicer.
we made the flax crackers out of the pulp.
There.
Spicy flax crackers.
Nice carrot top. It's not the same as a muffin top, folks. Carrot top is a little bit different.
Muffin top. That was like a bad saying. Whoever came up with that. This is the worst.
People like having
Muffins?
the top of muffins, man. You just don't even eat all the bulk
It's
nastiness.
true.
You just go for the tasty stuff.
It's true. That's
You
100%
just go for
true.
the sugar, everything.
It's like it's just the fluff. It's unnecessary fluff.
Anything that.
It's like cake. You just eat the icing.
Yuck.
You're gonna knock that off on the
Paddle.
paddle over there.
I can do
Is my work
this.
here done? Oh yeah, Sam's going on Instagram. Forgot about this.
I'm gonna need a bench
Snap.
press.
We forget. Like there's always so many moving parts.
That green color's starting to come out now.
We got a bunny
It's
in
gonna
the
be
house.
bright orange.
Bunny.
Little
Blow.
cold metal. This thing's gonna hop off the
Good.
pipe like a bunny.
Okay, one more.
There it goes.
Good.
Get it propped up and looking pretty. So here comes the bunny's body, the
Cap
rabbit's
it.
body.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, cap it.
How many people know what the difference between a rabbit and a bunny is?
Bunnies are babies. Rabbits are big.
Blow.
I think one of them
Lightly.
has bigger ears than the other one.
Good.
We just got to ask our readers, not our readers, our listeners, our watchers.
What is the difference?
All right,
folks?
Jake. I'm ready for a head. Thank you, Michelle.
What am I doing? That?
I think Jake's bringing me the head, and you're all good. Ping pong ball size, Jake. 3 coats of pink.
That chair is the bomb. It's cozy. No joke.
I love the facts. In the UK, pacifiers are called dummies.
Whoa.
Isn't that funny?
That's cool.
I mean,
Instagram?
gosh, if anything, these shows are educating us.
3 coats.
3 coats of pink, folks. Does anybody know what other terminology we use as a substitute for coats? And if you spell it correctly, then you really got it figured out.
With an H?
What's the word, folks? We're going for 3 coats.
Same number of letters too, right? But it starts with an H.
What, 3?
The H word that means coat.
It has 3 letters? Or it
4
has,
letters, because coat has 4 letters.
I think it's got 7 letters.
Whoa, we're talking the wrong word.
Different word.
Different words, folks. Is this my guy?
Yes.
Steady.
The thing
Steady
you
as
gotta
she goes.
remember about creatures in glass are they always look really demented and really strange until you put the final move on. So just watch this guy morph into a sweet little creature. I'll just have this beautiful opportunity to look at the comments, folks. Oh, Connie nailed it. She got the SCH in there, folks. Mary, you were close. Kelly nailed it. Kathleen nailed it. Connie nailed it. John, Linda, Jody. Kelly was close. That's what I'm talking about, folks. People are learning the technical terms of glass blowing. And that's exactly what this show is about. To know that a coat of color is also called a schmack is very important. You go to any glass shop around the world and you say, how many schmacks did you put on that? They're gonna know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just kind of messing with you. That's definitely a term we use here at the Glass Academy. But it's amazing that you all knew what I was talking about. Appreciate that. That's the eye holes.
Yeah, you give that a flash, then take a seat now and put the eyes on.
Back in babysitting mode. I put my apron on, folks. I don't know if babysitters wear aprons. They do cook mac and cheese.
One side.
Steady hand Chris, they call him. Steady hand Chris with the gassy flame.
Okay.
And there is a question, gnome buddies. We did gnomes with bunny ears.
Can only do so many different caricatures and can only produce so many different things with our hands here. Gnome bunnies may be coming down the line. Nice. So that doesn't squish the eyes. He's hitting it with a tube there, and it's putting a little ring around the eyes, an indented ring, so that the eyes are still beady.
You hold that
and
pipe for me for a
super cool.
sec?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, but I need to do it first. But you need to hold it for me while I'm carving the lips and the mouth.
Very good.
Okay, flash it.
Well carved. Yeah.
You know what I need is the feathering tool in a second, but hold the nose up.
Okay.
I'll let you go ahead and get the feathering tool and I'll flash it. All right. There's a nice looking little nose.
Schnauzer.
Now we're going for some ears.
All right.
You remember how to do those?
I remember giving them to you, yes.
Yeah, you just coat them with all the pink and then one side white.
Okay. Folks, this one is going to be for sale. We don't have any bunnies with carrots on the website, but this one's going to go live. And I wonder if Michelle's going to be putting it up on the website or how we're going to do that, but we will see.
Got our special bunny ear tool, which we haven't used as one of our tool things, but this is the special bunny ear tool.
Special bunny ear tool.
This bunny
How's that
looks
for
like
size?
somebody I know. It looks great.
All right. Just one schmack and keep it as a cylinder, right?
Sure. And then just a nice light line. That's why I made the white to the point.
Understood, understood.
Carrie just said she got her mug and she's drinking out of it from happy hour.
Oh yeah, the tumbler. Oh no, she's got her blue mug. Yep, that was a beauty, folks. What did folks think of Carrie's Percola Reed class that she did on the experimental show on Sunday? It was a beautiful class. Carrie was a pretty darn good sport and actually ended up with a really nice Percola Reed as well. We just wanted to give you guys a little update as to how that class would go down with the actual customer. I hope that was a little eye-opening. And for folks who are out of town, it may be different than many other glass shops. We get a lot of people that come in here and say they're surprised by how much we let them do with the glass. So it's pretty fun for us to kind of get that eye-opening experience for folks that are coming by. Here we go.
This guy's got some chubby ears, man. He can hear from a long distance away.
Not yet. Ear number 2 being presented. Timing is super important to the handoff. You're running out of air?
Yeah. They really start looking like bunnies once the ears go on, guys. Before that, I don't know. They could be some type of groundhog or something. I'm gonna need a couple arms, Jake. So one medium-sized pink bit to hold the carrot.
Lots of emojis, lots of hearts.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh.
Lots of bunny emojis.
Those have wax all over them. Get rid of them.
Get rid of them. Into the closet with them.
Great job filming, Uncle Dennis. I feel like I'm right there watching. Oh, wait, I am right there. But I'm looking at the filming. It looks really good.
You can bring that bit.
So arm
Here
bit, you
comes
said?
the
It's like
carrot.
thumb size. I'm gonna take 2 of them out of it.
Pink?
Pink.
Which way is the carrot going to be facing? The green is at his mouth or the
It's gonna
orange?
be eating the carrot.
So the green is low.
Up, going into his mouth.
Got it.
Schmacks of pink. Thumb size.
Okay. We'll do one, I'll put it on, you can flash the bit, and we'll do the second one.
So these arm and holding anything, whether it's an Easter egg or a nest bowl, Easter basket, or a carrot. These ones are going to be custom orders this year, folks. So if you're loving this, or you could imagine something else in its arms, send us a custom order request on the website, and we can design the colors, design the style, what it's holding in its sweet little rabbit arms. We can make it on the show, or we just make it, get it out to you. Nice. That's looking a little too realistic almost, those fingers.
Okay.
It's looking like a straight up hand. Yeah. He's gonna be nibbling. He's not looking, he's nibbling.
We need a white tail, Jake.
Oh.
Bushy one.
Just as you said that, Vicky commented, don't forget the tail. Big white bushy one. All right, here it comes now. Yeah.
That is Mr. Cottontail if I ever seen him. Look at that. Shake his tail.
Hey, what are you doing? I notice Uncle Dennis is getting the process of the glass blowing down more because he's anticipating the flashes and the movement of the glass a little bit more, which certainly helps with the camera. When someone comes in here and doesn't know what's going on, and we've had that happen trying to film, it's a very difficult process.
What about a couple pink legs on there first? Just one bit on either side. I'm just gonna put some lumps like it's sitting down in the stuff.
Haunches?
Yeah, haunches, and then same size as that last one, except that, and then we'll put the carrot in his mouth because he's looking hungry. This guy's looking hungry. Smells like something tasty, like candy or gum is all over the place.
Sam's hand cream. I just said the same thing.
Sam's hand cream.
I came over here, I'm like, something smells good.
Sculpting the haunches.
Sharon Watch says, good job, Chris. Kind of like a puppet show.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Kind of like a puppet show. Nice job.
All right, now, Shell, I'll take a stick of it, and Jake, you'll bring the carrito.
All right, all right.
And then the GA goes on the pad it sits on, right?
Stamper. Lifting it up once again, especially for this, it's an even thicker piece. Thicker than those flowers. But at the same time, this has been on for a minute now. The door's on. I can read the thermostat down below, and it's at about, it's almost at 1,200 degrees, which is pretty
I'm ready when you are, Shell.
in terms of a garage. So I'm not too worried about this being cold. Here we go. I can see just by the color of it, the green is looking not even that dark, so it's definitely got some heat to it. He's got a nice stickum bit in the middle. I give it a little extra juice, but that thing's glowing. It's even stuck to the paddle a little maybe. You might have to pluck it off. Slides it right in. What a perfect fit. Yeah. Oh my God, that is one heck of a piece right there. You saw it here, folks. Man.
He's getting, he's a hungry. He's a hungry little fella. All right, so we got what, the little grassy little patty we're putting them on.
The knoll?
Yeah, the grassy knoll.
Mom, would you toss out some size 1 new green? If there's no trays, the Marver's fine. Yeah, sure. Pine tree's fine too. That looks good. No prob. All right, I'm going to pick up the color here.
I just added a few little buck teeth marks on the end of the carrot. Oh yeah, look at the action there.
That's the Super Swirl, Grassy Knoll Special. This is how you put some character into these. It's not just a round patty, it's got some character.
Some carrot.
Nice
one. Well, I know I don't want to take you guys away from it, but when you give a thumbs up after, I'm curious. I've seen carrot emojis, bunnies emojis. There are so many cool emojis. So feel free to share your favorite.
You give that to Jake and he'll use the torch on it. Make sure you stay a little bit away from the
color.
Yeah, I gotta have it that way to stick them on sideways.
Little torchy poo. GA stamper. We know where that was made. Here he comes now.
Oh no, more than that. Make sure he's straight.
What, 248? He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say for sure, I think 258 would be nice. That's a nice price.
That's a beauty. It's going to be
That's
a
a
deep
one-of-a-kinder.
One-of-a-kinder. He's nibbling on the carrot. We put felt pads underneath him, and he's going away. The haunches look great. Looks like he's really squatting.
He's eating. Wish he could go up top, but
did the camera go
bottom,
up?
go for it.
Yeah.
You can do the do this one if you want.
Nice.
All
All right, all right.
Oh, it is? Hi. Well, they're coming over. So the thing is, when we're filming, you kind of forget that the camera's heating up. So it is 70-some degrees today, and yeah, the camera went dead.
You were asking about it.
So it's 5 to 8, and the camera's dead. And the giveaway is for next week a one gather vase. So actually, we're going to do it on the experimental show. So if you didn't get to see it tonight, you'll get to see it Sunday. I'll make a piece then. It will be a one gather vase, and then we're going to show you what else you can do with one gather. So there's numerous products that we make, but the challenge for us is to make something. Oh my gosh, we didn't do Wheel of Names. Something that is different. All right, so let's do Wheel of Names. Okay, it's me. Wheel of Names is chosen. This lucky person right here is going to win this beautiful snail. And yes, there were no pit stops because none of us were thinking about the camera overheating. I mean, today is the first day we've had the doors open. Like literally, it snowed last week, so it wasn't even on our mind. But the winner of tonight, Monica Bristol, you are the proud owner.
Oh yeah.
Of a slug. You're going to get an email. You just pay for shipping on that, and this little beauty will ship out to you. So check your emails. That will probably go out. If not tonight, it will go out tomorrow night.
I love the 100% recycled with the gold. It's
I
so
know,
beautiful.
this is the one I wanted. And it's really cool, the fold in it. It gets these like little lines in its neck. Pretty fun. Congratulations, Monica. You guys put a lot of bunny and carrot emojis in there, so that was pretty fun. I enjoyed seeing those and all the opportunities to use your little emojis. Thank you very much to the people who bought a Ukrainian egg. The World Central Kitchen got a nice sweet donation from the Glass Academy today.
Big time.
Big time. We have some spaces in upcoming classes this weekend. The spirella mushroom, and it looks like the meditation globe. So if you are local, there's some classes.
That's on Saturday and Sunday, right? Throughout the day? Between 11 and 4?
Did you see the times? Yep.
I didn't want to start reading them all off, but I didn't hear you read them, so I thought, whatever.
Is that bunny on the website?
That bunny is on the website.
Cool.
It's under the
Nice.
Gathering Point page, number 9.
Very good. And then the regular bunnies are under the gathering point as well. Correct? The ones from the featured table.
There they all are.
Beautiful. So they should be on there, Bill, and everybody else. You know where to look, the Gathering Point page. It was a beautiful show, cutting it 2 minutes short. No biggie. Did you decide the giveaway, or are we going to...
We did. Why you guys were over there. Monica won it.
No, the giveaway for tonight.
We'll do the one gather on Sunday.
Very cool.
So
We'll give away
get your
one gather vase.
If you entered the contest, have you ever had a bunny? Do you like bunnies? You want to send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. You'll be entered into the contest. You got like a 1 in 140 chance of winning something amazing like the slug.
All right. Thanks for joining us, folks. I hope you have an amazing evening, and we will see you on Thursday for the experimental show.
No. Anil will reveal Thursday.
That's
experimental on Sunday.
That's right. Have a beautiful one.